Try to wake up. So we'll see how choppy this one is. If it's going to be the same choppy as yesterday, then I guess we'll just have to do the get in, get out over and over again. I think this will break through 229. We'll see. I'm a little nervous. I'm a little nervous. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah. So about like 5 hours behind on sleep. So let's see what we can do. The market seems kind of funky. I would usually load up for the break of 229, but I'm not vibing. Look at that. All down. So market's definitely been in a funk. That's a pretty big sell wall. That was pretty big. Not gonna lie. So, well, I'm not surprised about that, really, honestly. Yeah, it's too cheap. Some people have been talking about Tesla. We might have to trade it. Fio light volume. Don't know if it's for me. I was gonna buy there. I was getting ready. What do you mean my subscription was modified? Never modified anything. This could reject hard here. WHLR coming up there. Don't like how we're still trading to the fraction here to the. It's not trading to the nearest penny. I can adjust this and trade it, but this one does have way more volume. Fio just went. That's the problem with that. Okay, top. Huh? Top. Let's see if I see it on my list. Yeah, a little higher float. Man, I got such a little tickle there. No, not this one. Fio's making a nice little run. I was gonna load up about 9,000 shares at 60. I did it. And I did it. I wonder what the resumption on TPST is looking at. 190. Yeah, that's not so bad. I don't like. I'm not sure if I'm a tough guy here. I don't know if I'm a Tupperware guy. The little higher flow, I've traded it before, but I do remember just being like all over the place. So, like, there was a couple days where Tup was really good. And it was getting bought up there nicely. Okay, 2-bar pullback here on FIO. It's not looking so good here. Huh. Try to put an order in there. It didn't work. I'm going to try to do 400 shares. That filled. That's malarkey because this is probably going to pop here. Hold on. TPST is back. Don't tell me it's one of those stocks. Okay, so TPST is one of those stocks that halts like every 2 seconds. I wanted to get in down at 160 or 4,500 shares. Didn't fill me. Target on this would be back over 175. It's kind of due for a pop. Fortunately, Tup kind of bouncing off support. It's buying kind of high. I should have held the bigger position. That could have been a lot bigger profit. I do see TUP coming up. The only thing with TUP is the float. It's not like completely outside. It's 35 million. So it's not like, end of the world, but I've traded TUP. I had a couple great days on TUP and I got chopped around a couple days on TUP. And I'm like, you know what? People, there's a lot of people that run the TUP, but I was like, I don't know. I don't know if it's for me. We could get one more pop on this. We'll wait for a pullback. This thing's so light volume that I don't really trust it. Wait for a pullback there. TUP through $2. I don't know. It's just feels like a high float. It's probably going to break $2, but not before top dropping around. Try to get it on a dip. I might reject it right. I don't like all the green that's going on, and it's not going. So, I don't know. TPST, not liking it just because it halts so much. We got a 2-bar pullback here. I don't know if it's strong enough for a 2-bar pullback. Should I get this over at 85? I should have held. Should have held. I sold out at 88. Hey, Daisy, I gotta go feed the dog quick. Here you go. Eat up. They're usually 5 minutes, Spendy. They're usually 5 minutes. And if not 5 minutes, then 10 minutes. If not 10 minutes, then 15 minutes. And if it's not 15 minutes, I think it can even be 30 minutes. That's rare. Just get that point. Sometimes they don't unhalt. So that's why I don't like halts. But That just looks like a normal volatility halt. I don't know why people get so excited about TUP. I just think it's a choppy mess. Okay, members. I'm going to lower size here. Look at what we got on the 5-minute chart. What do we see? What do we see on the 5-minute chart? What's kind of the risk? I'll take a little stab here at the low, at this little dip here, but my expectations are quite low. Should have broken there. Let's see, what did I get? I got a penny of profit. But, you know, how surprised can we see that stuff is starting to be weak now? You know, what do we see here? What rule? If you guys are not sure what I'm seeing here, then you probably didn't watch the class. It's a pretty big dip there. You could probably have bought that dip. It's a little risky here. I got to cut it. This is where I should be buying. Get back 150 there. There we go. Let's see if we get a run up to $1.80 so I can get my money back that I lost. Ooh. Try to hold it since we're seeing some nice buying down here. But man, but we're also seeing some pretty nasty selling. That's not good. In this scenario, I'm trying to sell in the ask as best I can. Trying to get it to hold for a break of 180. Stop, break even. Yeah, it's just a little right now. Strength there a little bit. TPST, nice run there to 256. Fortunately, problem with a stock that keeps halting like that. Now this would be the one I want to trade. It just so happens that this thing is one of those ones that for some reason the halt levels are tight. It usually means it was a really cheap stock. Like in this case, it was 17 cents yesterday, and now it's $2.54. I mean, that's how big of a gap is that? I mean, holy crap, 787%. So, you know, that sort of explains it. And I don't know what formula they use, but had the stock been $2 and then came to 250 pre-market, we would not be halting this quick, most likely. So this thing is, I've just learned to just stay out. This ends up curling here to 183. 5-minute doesn't look terrible anymore. We got a huge bottoming wick. I don't know if I would buy it here, but there's a possibility this goes. I don't know. Just see if it dips here. We do have the target of 194. I don't know if we have the nuts to get there. Now we have a bigger bid there. I'm going to cut it there at 191. Yeah, I got 190. We're getting close to the apex point here. Will we have enough strength to get through? Possibly. The 5-minute looks very bullish. Short sellers who are holding here are definitely playing with fire. It's not a guarantee, but okay, a little bit of a rejection there. Careful. I'm not surprised about that pop back up there. Ah, shoot. Oh, I accidentally bought a bunch of shares there. Ah, that's not what I wanted to do. Shoot. I wanted to buy the dip, but not with 9,000 shares. Oh, that really sours up the day. That sours it up big time. Classic double click. That hurts. That hurts. I can't even believe that. So, slight decision making, slight little mistakes. There is no forgiveness. So immediately they're taking double the loss that I wanted. So if that was a $700 loss, it should have been a $350 loss. It ended up being a 700. That sucks. I was having such a good day too. I was really enjoying today until that happened. Dang it. Dang it. Hate my life. Oh, and it did pop back up. I sold at 81. I'm almost like, that like sinking gut feeling. It's sort of what I feel right now. Freaking A. I gotta cut it. Gosh darn it, man. I look like we would break through 197 there. So as we speak, I'm a little bit emotionally compromised, and that's when things can start to go south. I'm gonna go ahead and lower down the 900 shares, especially because we didn't move through that 197 level. That seemed like that should have broke. Um, this thing could be done. So about a grand off of where I was. It's not really end of the world, but man, starting to get choppy as well. Let's see if we get the next candle to go green. I could see this thing flushing hard. It's just like, okay, it would need to see a rush of green right here. And we're not seeing it. Hmm. Very frustrating. It's going a little bit sideways now. So I had about 20, a little over 2,000 on the day. Um, tried to buy the dip. I think I bought it too soon, and then my finger jammed, and I fat fingered it. Got in with 9,000, which on a scalp like that, I would not have added 9,000. I don't add unless I have a pattern. I'm just doing a quick scalp. I'm not adding to 9,000. So this is a bit risky, but we'll try it. Yeah, I don't like it. It's like a perfect triangle, and I don't think it's gonna resolve for us. Maybe a false breakdown setup where it comes down, but I don't really have much profit to play with anymore. And if I lose very much more, I'm gonna be absolutely livid. Let's see if we get a run here. I'm just gonna take it. I barely got any profit, but I'm just gonna take it because we rejected here once, and now we're. Hey, can you go outside? Come on. Okay, that explains it. Oh, oh, that's probably going. Oh, God bless America. This thing notoriously drops hard after these big pops. Could be a breakout here. I should have held it. Gotta cut it. I'm gonna stay out of it for a bit. Kind of worried about a flush. We're seeing some bigger sellers pop up. Oh man. Wiping away a lot of profits today. That 9,000, I should have. I don't know. I mean, it's tough because, you know, yeah, in that instance, I could have held those 9,000 shares and it would have came back green on me. But had it flush, I'd have, possibly lost everything. I have the potential of coming back with this ticker. Mm, I don't know if this is really an A quality area. I'm gonna let it drop. um, we have that topping tail. That kind of ruins it. Kind of ruins it, man. Man. And TPST looks kaputso. This thing's about to roll. It's my best guess. I had, I had the profit. I think the dip I bought was bad, but what made it worse was it double clicked. It's kind of like a muscle spasm, which that tends to happen. Happens probably once a week. So I could adjust it to where that doesn't happen. Let's see if we get a rip up through $2. I'll sell half there. We got some resistance here. It feels right. The stock feels right. It's a little shaky, so I'm a little nervous. I'm gonna sell it. I'm gonna sell it. Not getting the best profit possible. Again, ideally holding for the break at 2, but started to bleed there. I had no choice. Stock gave me no choice. Try to hold it. Yeah, I was thinking exactly parabolic. According to our class, huge flush incoming, more like a risk of a huge flush incoming. And I was nervous about that. That was my thinking. But when it stalled out, I was looking for a false flush, a false breakdown. But look at like this. That could have trapped buyers there, and this could be a flush. But we could wick. I'll take a stab there. Ooh, I bought high. Ooh, that might hurt. Oh. Patterns like B quality. I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna cut it at 190. Even though it might come up. We got some bids there. Uh-oh. We still have a clear level at 203. I had 2600, but looking at the 5-minute chart on this one, starting to get that Christmas tree top look. This one has been really nice bouncing off the lows. TPST, you certainly could make money. It's just with this style of stock here, you could get away with trading it today. And you could, depending on how you approach these kind of stocks, you can make money on them. But there will come a time when this thing halts down in a flash, in a blink of an eye, and you're stuck in a halt down. It opens 40 cents lower. The nice thing with BO is we're seeing drops, but we're not seeing halt downs. We're not seeing, huge mega, from 190 to 170, that's 20 cents, and was a mega drop. You come in here, you accidentally buy at 235, you get stuck in at 220, that's 15 cents, and then it resumes at 205, you just lost 30 cents and you're stuck in a halt. But if TPST was the only thing to trade today, I would be trading it. But I think FIO has the potential to become center focus. TPST with those two big 5-minute red candles, it's just not looking good. And now we had like an attempt at a double bottom, but now this candle is going red. So FIO has the potential to become the stock of choice. Shouldn't have bought that. $22, $27, not where I want to be. We are setting up for a possible either a full-fledged flush or at least a dip. Seems like that's what we're going to need. We need something to jolt the stock. We have bottoming tail, or a topping tail, topping wick. So, yeah, we had to give this some time here. I appreciate all the likes, guys. We got 29 likes already. It's almost to the daily goal there. Okay, here we got a little bit of a push. I'm gonna size down, I think. It's getting a little bit shakier. I don't know if this is where I want to buy. This could be a 1 bar pullback, but I think I'm gonna try to let it drop more. I don't know. It might get support there. TPST, yeah, I would say this thing's super risky. Now we can't predict the future accurately, but we can start to identify these patterns and say, okay, this thing has some serious risk. Will it flush? I don't know. No one knows. No one knows. But I can tell you from just looking at the chart, it doesn't look pretty at all. This one's starting to curl back. The coughing farmer. I didn't like it. We do have a hidden buyer there, but and the entry was good. Ah, son of a pistol! I knew it. I should have held it. We're starting to roll. Oh my gosh, no way. You know, now that's still a pattern, but I would be buying high here. I think I need to stay out of it. I missed the entry. It's not looking so hot. I mean, I nailed the entry as I stopped out. Say it like that. Yeah, there it's starting to curl there a little bit. Starting to curl there a little bit. Ah, yeah, I had the right idea. I don't think anybody would be buying up there. Where are you going? What? So we'll wait for another dip on this one. I still like Fio, but it's getting to be a little later in the day, so you know what that means. But yeah, there's a lot of people chasing around Tup. I think Tup was a waste of time. That was sort of my opinion at the start of the day. And plus, I had missed it already. I had missed the move it did have. I think TPST, well, a lot of the times it was just halted, so I couldn't even trade it. But from here, from 180 to 192, that's 10 cents. That was relatively predictable, right? Bottoming tail, pop, big drop, retracement, big drop, retracement. Unfortunately, this big drop here is what I got smoked on. Okay, it's fighting here. I'm not so sure about it. It's a maybe. It's a maybe that this thing curls up to 197. But I'd want to be in at 86. I wouldn't want to be in at 91. So that's a mistrade. It's starting to kind of curl here a little bit. Okay, there's a rush of greens. Volume's coming in a little bit. Offer accepted. Yeah, you better accept my offer. Okay, that's a nice little pop there. 5 minute. What do we got? Pullback, apex point, green volume. Too extended here. Too extended here for me. Wait for a dip. Patience. I missed it. It's kind of a W pattern, micro W pattern on the 1 minute here. It's very micro. Okay, possible dip. Oh, I feel late. Let's see if I can get out of this thing, break even. Or just hold for the break at 203. Hold for the break at 203. That came up with a lot of speed. I would be surprised if this doesn't break 203. I feel like I should have made more money on that. Oh, ooh, is this gonna go big? Is this gonna go big here? No, 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 no. 210. Ah. I did not really get a great feel on that. I did not get a great feel on that. 204. I'm gonna wait for a pullback. I'm telling you, FIO is way better than TPST, in my opinion. So my a lot of my sell orders were $2. I got one at 204, but only 100 shares. So this looks like it's primed to break. I'm gonna buy 900 shares at the top there, just to say I did. But uh-oh. It's just hitting so much resistance. Ah! I'll buy that micro dip. It's a topping tail. I want to see a break out here to 215. I want to see a break out to 215. I don't know. It's struggling. I'm just going to take my profit, which is practically nothing, but it still might go. It's just getting a little too like indecisive. Wait for a pullback. Could get a really clean pullback on this. Hopefully no flush. It's just like every day it's like, okay, hopefully it doesn't flush, you know. We're going to get a 2-bar pullback or a 3-bar pullback, and hopefully it doesn't flush, you know. Every day there's always a little bit of fear. It's never like show up and be like, okay, here it is, guys. We could buy this dip. I did not. I regret it. Haul down 159. That's pretty far away. I don't think we're going to fall that far, so we'd try for a dip trade. This is a bit risky. I want to try to catch a breakout through 207. I think it's kind of a fresh move, so we could get it with people kind of just now recognizing this stock. Uh-oh. I'm going to cut it. Maybe it was a bad idea, but I don't like the look of it. Come on, baby. Give us the breakthrough 207. Just taking it. Try to time it again. It's looking like a double top M pattern. Inverse of what we want to be trading. See if we get support here. I was hoping that we'd see short sellers stop out there. I was hoping to see a pop that might happen on a slower time scale, but we could reverse at any second. Here's the stop out. Nah. I'm chasing it too high. No more. How much did I lose on that last trade? I lost a penny and a half. It's still going. It's starting to grind. It's getting a little grindy. I'll go down to 900 shares. Unless we go parabolic here. I don't think we're gonna, but Like, look at that. Like, it looks like you're about to break 210, and then you get a little bit of resistance. Back up to 210. It's a hidden seller. How, if we're going to break, I don't know. It just doesn't look so good. We're going to have to start getting this key level up here. Right here. What's this? 236. To me, it's just it's strong, but we're running into resistance. Resistance. Thank you guys. We're at 40 likes already. That is incredible. The goal is 50. Wow, the bottoming tail there. Pop up. I don't like to get too aggressive at the highs here. I just don't think. I don't usually like it up at the highs here. Starting to go a little bit parabolic here, though. Sure enough. I'm be patient with it. I'm starting not to like it. It didn't give a nice run to 215 as expected, but it just took quite a bit longer. Chopped quite a bit more. 5-minute chart, we're having that rule of 3 come into play. It's starting to make me nervous, but this thing really is just pretty strong. Buying at the highs. I'm going to try to cut it there. I got to wait for a pattern. I mean, sure enough, Fio is becoming the center of attention. As predicted. Hidden hidden buyer there. Maybe should have kept holding. Just seems a little risky. If I could go short, I'd probably go short here, maybe. High day on this is 244. It's not impossible that we hit that. Yeah, this looks like it might need to come down. Ah, I dumped it. Should have held it. I messed that up so bad. I messed that up so bad. I had the right entry. I got nervous, and then I bought a way riskier entry. Yeah, I messed that up bad. I'll try to hold it here. Let's see what happens. It's kind of choppy. Got a bigger seller popping up there. See if we get a pop here. I'd expect it to pop here. Yeah, I didn't like that. So I'm not perfect. If I was perfect, I would have held that one trade and not sold it. Mm. I'll try to buy a dip and see if I can get on with this thing. Starting to kind of look like a topping tail here. I don't like the look of that. I don't like the look of that. I've been trying to wait for this thing to like give us a pullback for a while. One pullback it gave me, I didn't really like it so much. Probably shouldn't have bought that. Wow, that deletes some profit. I thought we could see a quick bounce there, but looking back at this chart, the green team had their turn for quite a while. So no surprise that. Oh, where did I dump it at? 207, and there it did pop. We still got. Let's see. We still got 236. Still got that. Let's see if we can get a dip somewhere on Fio. Hopefully no flush. Got 48 likes already. I'm not so sure. So we're kind of on backside, so I want it to bleed a little bit more before I buy. All down is 73. I get a poll going. Yeah, so yeah, I did shut down yesterday at 250 bucks green after giving back about 1,000. But then I decided to get back on, which was not a smart decision. I do not recommend any beginner trader do that. Don't even develop the habit. Start now. Don't develop the habit. Anyways, I did come back on. Was able to walk away with about a little under $900. I think like 890. So, 250 felt like a flat day, but when I made 890, then it felt like okay, that's something. And plus, I only paid $50 in fees and commissions, or just fees, I guess. But could have caught that bounce there. Not so sure I like this one. This is dead. Top. Tough, man. Maybe tough. A little bit on something there. Like over 214. I'll wait for another pattern on this one. Hopefully it respects it. Ooh, rejection. Yeah, you have to find the right balance of being aggressive but not being too aggressive. You know, super aggressive traders are going to have big swings in their P&L. You'll see them one day they're big green, the next day they're big red, or they go from, big green on the day to big red. So, are you guys still there? It says OBS disconnected. I know some very offensive people, meaning they're very aggressive. They like to trade aggressively, but time and time again, I see them, they spin out. And so one day they make more than you, but the next day they lose a whole bunch. And then at the end of the week, they don't really got a whole lot to show for it. Yeah, twin. Well, when I traded SMX, there wasn't really any volume on it too much, nothing super noticeable. But we did get this run here. So this is kind of where I was trading. And I was like, okay, not much. And then all of a sudden, boom, 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 do. And then in this area here is where I made my money. And then by this time I shut it down. So I got lucky that we had this. Okay, Fio. I got spooked. Probably should have held it. Waiting for Fio. Some of you guys may understand what pattern I'm looking for. But I'm also afraid that we are later into the day, so it could just. So we'll be watching it closely here. Looks like we got a little spike there. See if buyers come back in. Man. I guess I'll take it at 214. There's a great example of trying to sell on the ask, but it's just if I would have just sold on the market, I would have made more money because my orders didn't fill in the ask. So, um, that's something I've been teaching, the whole community. Because when I came in here over a year ago, a lot of traders were trying to use limit orders. I'm not going to say any names, but as you can imagine, as you can guess, who they were. So, anyway, 28. I want to. Surprisingly, this dipped here work at 203 up to 218. That's 15 cents. The 5-minute pattern did work, just not in a super high volume fashion, in my opinion. So, you know, So if you do enjoy this channel, share it with a friend. We have to help the lost people that are falling for other channels. We gotta find the lost people and help them, direct them here. But only if you like it. If you don't like me, if you don't like the channel, then of course don't do that. We would hope you like the channel, but we don't guarantee you will like the channel. In fact, we don't really guarantee much of anything. So anyways, waiting for a dip here. With this feels like backside now. 236 is a maybe. So we could be in for 236. Class today has been canceled. I went to bed at 2 a.m. Couldn't fall asleep. I think it's because I drank a bunch of green tea. So I'm just gonna head to bed right after this. Honestly, I don't think I was. OBS is disconnecting. Let me know, guys, if I keep cutting out. I'm gonna go ahead and bring the public into chat. I forgot that I had it on members only, but yes, we had it on members only. I'll bring the public into chat. Let's look at the poll. Looks like we got about 70% green. That's good. Yeah, I've been getting the warning there. I don't think we had any issues yesterday. I mean, I am connected Ethernet. I could do a speed test here, but no time. I'm waiting for a false breakdown setup. I'm going to try to hold this entry. It's a huge bottoming tail. I'm going to add to it. Selling half there. Scaling out here. We have a topping tail there, so I'm going to sell a little bit more. I'm doing it in fractions to kind of just catch whatever the market gives me. Got 900 shares left, practically nothing, which is good because the pattern is extended. I'll put an order at 219 just for $100 flat if we get it. Looks like we got it. So there's 3,600. Looks like we could get a high day break. I'm gonna wait for a pullback here. I really want to get a drink of water, but I have to wait for a pullback. Hopefully, I don't get back any profit. going to wait for more of a pullback. Part of me wants to size down because I'm afraid that this, and we'll see what this next candle does. I'll buy it. And I'll just sell it flat. I would like to have seen a cleaner rip, but that it could keep going here. It was a totally flat trade. Should have bought the dip at 213. I'll go down to 900 shares because I don't trust it up here. It's a little bull flag here, but it's not a super amazingly strong pattern. And the ask is building. I'm watching that bid at 279. Yeah, how much did I lose? $20. I'm gonna wait for a dip. The way this should have played out, I should have bought it here. Ideally, it would have broke 220. So 5 minutes looking like we could get 225 and run to 226. It's looking incredibly bullish. I wouldn't be surprised if we resolved the upside. I can't be buying high anymore. See if we get another dip. Added kind of big there. I saw a 40,000 share buyer there. Got to cut it. I think the logic behind the trade was there, but we hit a hidden seller. Oh, there it broke. Ah, I could have guessed that. I could have guessed that. You know, could have guessed it.